Hello everyone, myself Anagha Pisharedi, an occupational therapist at Prayatna Center for Child Development, Palarivattam, Kochi. Today the topic on which I am going to speak is about handwriting. Handwriting is an extremely complicated skill as we have to have a mental picture or memory of what each letter looks like and then develop a motor plan to create that letter as it looks like in our memory. The development of higher level handwriting skills, that is letter formation, sizing, spacing, alignment, etc. all begins with being able to copy the simple shapes. Children who are able to copy these basic pre-writing skills, that is sleeping line, slanting line, straight line, circle, triangle, square, plus sign and X sign, those children are able to copy significantly more letter than those who cannot. Regarding handwriting, few teachers and parents approach us with certain concerns. Among them, few concerns are more or less pressure while writing, writing speed, spacing, letter formation and construction, sizing, alignment, legibility, pain while writing, easily getting tired while writing, as well as lack of interest in writing, etc. After an evaluation by occupational therapist, we came up with certain findings, that is what all could be the reasons behind the handwriting issues. The first one is attention to task. That is, some of the children may find it difficult to pay attention to the task or activity given. The second thing is pencil grasp, the proper way of holding the pencil. That is, the proper way of holding the pencil is with using the three fingers, and the little finger and the ring finger gives stability and support for writing. The third point is posture. This is one of the important things that parent and teachers should keep in mind regarding the posture. That is, the child should be seated on the chair with shoulder properly stabilized, elbow kept on the table with 90-degree, wrist stabilized on the table, and then give them a pencil for writing. As well as on the lower limb, the thing we have to keep in our mind is to keep the knee joint in 90-degree and the foot to be placed on the floor. The fourth point is muscle strength. That is, we have to identify if there is any muscle or body weakness in the child. The fifth point we have to keep in our mind is visual motor integration skills. That is, for example, if a child wants to copy the image of an apple from the background, he have to first initially perceive the image of an apple and then draw it on the paper. So it needs a visual motor integration skills along with visual perceptual skills. The next reason is hand dominance, that is the frequently used hand by the children. It is known as hand dominance. One of the important thing that parents and teachers should consider is never switch a left-handed children from left hand to right hand, because it leads to many confusions while they cope up with other children in the classroom. The another reason is object manipulation skill, that is the ability to hold an object and functionally use it with the use of hands. The next point is regarding the bilateral hand skills. That is, for example, while writing, the child holds pencil with right hand and writes it and uses the left hand as a support for the stability. In this, the right hand leads and the left hand comes as a support for writing. This is known as bilateral hand skills. Now I am going to talk about how handwriting develops in our children. At the age of 3 to 4 years, the child starts to copy the basic pre-writing shapes, that is straight line, slanting line, sleeping line, circle, square, triangle, plus and X. And at the age of 5 to 6 years, the child learns to construct and form the letters, which eventually leads to better writing speed and legibility. During preschools and kindergartens, the children usually write in a huge size. But eventually, at the age of 5 to 6 years, they start to use the line as a base, as a guide for writing. At the age of 6 to 7 years, when the child starts to move from kindergarten to first year, the sizing is corrected and the child starts to use the bottom line as a baseline for writing, which eventually leads to make them understand about where the one word begins and ends, which eventually makes them understand about the spacing in between the words. At the end of the second grade, that is when the child is in between 7 to 8 years, the child achieves more fluency and writing speed, which helps them in note taking as well as in completing the longer assignments. In cursive writing, the letters are connected. The transfer to cursive writing usually takes at the age of 8 to 10 years, that is in between the 3rd to 5th grade. Finally, handwriting is not a burden. Let your child enjoy the skill. Thank you.